All right, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with another lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect and the 44 first fruit. And today I just want to come with a quick lesson and pretty much a response to this video from GMS Ironclad Truth, which is the elder brother here in Atlanta, named Aratiza. And he named his lesson, Think More Positively as the Day Approaches. And that's a very true statement and a very true title, because you can't be thinking so negatively. You can't be thinking that the Lord is just going to put you in some shit predicament all the time. That, real talk, if you're thinking like that, that shows a lack of faith, you know? Think about how the Lord's going to keep you safe. Think about how the Lord's going to let you eat and drink and be merry in that day. Think about how the Lord is going to make you laugh in that day. Okay? Think about things like that. Positive. All right? Isn't that what Isaiah the 60th chapter is for, if I'm not mistaken? All right? Or yeah, if I'm not mistaken, or Isaiah the 65th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so without further ado, I want to play this clip because he had made a good point. Okay.
25, right? Because aside from thinking about these what if scenarios, what if Esau does this, what if Esau does that, that's not important. All right. What's important is sticking to the task at hand, worrying about, all right, what's to be done for the day. All right, is it serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and in sincerity.
That's right. Instead of so focused on what Esau can do, focus on what the Lord is going to do for you. Okay? Don't be so stuck on the devil's actions where you miss Yahweh Shem Yahushua's actions. Okay? You focus on the task at hand. So without further ado, I wanted to get Philippians 3 and 13. It says, "Brethren, I count not myself to be apprehended." Okay? Apprehended literally meaning like caught up in a chariot, man. Okay? Or saved or whatnot. Okay? Because we're not saved yet. Okay? It says, "But this one thing I do." All right? "Forgetting those things which are behind." Okay? Meaning those past sins that you used to commit. But even so, when you apply it to the lesson at hand right now, for the sake of the lesson, forget about what Esau gonna do. We know what Esau gonna do. It's written. We already know. We already know what he gonna do, man. We already know he gonna come down as a flood. We already know he's gonna come down on a woman, which means the Israelites, according to Revelation, I think the 12th chapter. We already know what he's about to do. That's fine. Let the devil do what he has to do. There has to be a protagonist and an antagonist to every story or every storyline or every script. Let the antagonist do what he got to do. Don't be so focused on that. Focus on the protagonist side of the story. Focus on the hero side, on how they got out the situation or how they defeated their enemies. Focus on that. That's positive. You know what I'm saying? So it says, "In reaching forth unto the things which are before." And what's before us? The kingdom of heaven is laid out. It's ready. Reach for that. Don't look back and look on what Esau is going to do. We already know what he's going to do. That's great, Esau. Wonderful. Whatever. Okay? But we're looking forward to the things that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has in store for us. Think about how Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give you salvation, is going to deliver you, make you escape, set up a standard for you. Don't always think about the situations that you're going to be put in and the different scenarios. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to get tortured. Oh, man. Oh, man. I might get shot in the head. Oh, man. Nah, bro. Think about, yo, man, I'm about to be, someone's limb's going to get chopped off and I'm going to heal it. And their limb's going to grow right back in front of my eyes. Esau going to be coming down. I'm just going to disappear. I'm going to fly. I'm going to teleport. I'm going to be healing people. The Lord's gonna give me all these powers. The Lord's gonna save me. You know what I'm saying? Think of the positive things that are gonna happen when everything around you is negative. Okay, when people are dropping like flies, like it tells you in Psalms the 91st chapter, I think the 10th verse or the ninth, probably the 7th verse or the 10th verse, where it says a thousand shall fall. I think at that right side and 10,000 at that right hand. They're gonna be dropping like flies, but the scriptures say, "None shall come unto thee." Think about that. Think about the positivity that the Lord has for us. Okay, and don't always think about what Esau gonna do, man. Esau gonna do what he gonna do, whatever. Okay, we already know that. All right. So it says, "In reaching forth unto those things which are before, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is positive." Verse 14 is the point. I press toward the mark. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's right. You press for that prize. You press for that positive prize. You press for that eternal life. That's what you press forward to. Stop worrying about what can happen to you in this flesh. Fuck this flesh, man. Think about the eternal life that you're going to obtain if you get through this and if you stay faithful to the end. The positive things. Okay, I'm gonna replay this little snippet of what the brother Ratazar was saying.
25, right? Because aside from thinking about these what if scenarios, what if Esau does this, what if Esau does that, that's not important. All right, what's important is sticking to the task at hand, worrying about, all right, what's to be done for the day. All right, is it serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and in sincerity.
That's right. Okay, because according to Psalms the 83rd chapter, we already know Esau's and all the other nations' plans. Okay, whoop-de-doo, Esau. But what Esau can't comprehend or wrap around his neck is the fact that we're going to get salvation out of his wicked ass plan. Okay? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 13. Okay? It says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when." So don't worry about those situations. Okay? Don't worry about those torture mechanisms Esau's conjuring up. Don't worry about how he's going to do things and stuff like. Don't worry about how the ungodly, because that's for the ungodly, man. If you've been sticking to this, you've been going to camp, you've been keeping the faith, you haven't only been an Israelite on Saturdays, okay, or on camp days. You've been an Israelite all day, every day, praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You've been meditating on this truth. You've been reading your scriptures. You've been linking up with brothers. You've been doing what the Lord asked you to do. You're not the ungodly. So don't worry about them things, man. And like the brother said, think more positively as the day approaches. Okay? 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire." Okay? The word inquire means to ask. Okay? But inquire how the righteous shall be saved. Ask the questions. Yo, so man, we gonna get beamed up. We just gonna teleport? Are we gonna vanish? Or we gonna defeat our enemy real quick? Think about those things. Okay? It says whose the world is and for whom the world is created. That's right. Okay? Think about those things. Don't think about what Esau gonna do. And you know what? I'm gonna get something if you are stuck on thinking about what Esau gonna do, man. Let's see if I can find it. There you go. I'll start at Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. So if you are stuck on that, read a scripture that's comforting. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and 1. "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High." So again, don't think how the ungodly shall be punished. You should know by now, because the scriptures tell you to self-examine yourself. If you're ungodly, or if you're striving for perfection and trying to be godly, you should know by now. And if you're on the ungodly side, you better fix it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do in order to be that godly, so you can be part of that escape. Because when you read I'm just gonna pull it real quick. When you read Isaiah 10 and 20, it has the word escape in there. All right, and when you go into that word, it means delivered. All right. Here's the word escape. It's Paul Yata, if I'm not mistaken, and it means deliverance. Okay, so it says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High. And what did Yahweh Shai say? No one can pluck them out of my Father's hand. No, he said no one can pluck them out of my hand. Me and my Father are one, so that means no one can pluck them out of my Father's hands. I think it said that in John the 10th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So if you're righteous, you are in the hand of the Most High. Okay? Which means you're safe. All right? And there shall no torment touch them. Okay? Think about that. That's positive. As that day approaches and you know you did what you're supposed to do, or you're doing what you're supposed to do, just know you're in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and no torment gonna touch you. All right? Verse 2, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. So even if you get smoked in that day, you might not feel a thing. Your limbs could get chopped off, all that stuff. You're not going to feel a thing. Because you're righteous. You're in the hand of the Most High. You're going to be laughing during that moment. It might tickle you. And then you'll be the first one on the chariot to beam your brothers up. Think about that. Think about the positivity and less about the negativity of the things that could happen. Okay? Yes, we know the situations that are at hand. That's great. But learn and know how Bashem Yahweh Shai going to get you out. There's plethora of scriptures that show you he going to get you out if you're doing what you're supposed to do, man. You know? So I just wanted to come with a response lesson to that. He had made a great point, and this is a great video. I highly suggest that you brothers watch this, you know. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the 1144. This is Brother Kasha Quala from the GMS Atlanta Church. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.